But next we're going to Vegtrug. Now you have your choice of low or tall raised aqua tower planters. This is giving you the beauty of a hanging basket, but you can put these absolutely anywhere. You've got a cocoa liner on the inside, so that's going to allow any excess water to drain, and they're self-watering. So I know when I had hanging baskets in the pandemic, it was like if I missed a day, it was like game over. You know, they looked angry and they were drooping. This is going to give you all of that beauty, but just a lot of ease. M95205 is your item number, and you've got two choices of size. So this is the low. This one is the low. So your low is 19 inches by 11 inches in diameter and weighs 3 pounds. And then we have the tall, which is 32.5 inches by 11.8 inches. And this one weighs 3 pounds and 11 ounces. So on a clearance price, you're saving $19, whichever height you go for. The tall is going to be $13.33 on 3 Easy Pay, and then the low, as we're calling it, is going to be 3 Easy Pay of $10. If you wanted to do both, that's going to be $23.33. And I really think there's something about having the two that just creates some dimension and really special. So if you are redoing the yard, the garden, the outdoor space, the front space, really, it does look great with both. So joining us is do-it-yourself expert Chris Peterson. Welcome, Chris.
Hiya, Sam. Thanks for having me tonight.
Oh, thanks for joining us. This is such a brilliant idea.
Well, you explained it so well in your introduction. We all love the beauty of hanging baskets, but there's challenges with hanging baskets. I mean, for some of us, we can't even find spots on our homes for a hanging basket. And if we do, they're just never convenient. Either maybe too much shade, too much sun, and then there's trying to water them and the maintenance of them. I mean, they're always up high. My wife's 5'2", so I'm the waterer. I'm the chief looker after of the hanging baskets. So we said, well, how can we take the beauty of that? We took those hanging baskets and we said, well, what if we put them on a stand? And that was the idea of these aqua towers. So we take hanging baskets that you can literally put anywhere you want to put them. And I love putting them all around my patios and my decks, front porches, or just even framing an entranceway. And you've got stunning pops of color. And you can see in these videos in the different places you can put them, Sam. I mean, look at the little pops of color. And they don't take up much space, but there they are. Someone's sitting on a nice patio, walking out your front door, your back door. I mean, that's the beauty of these.
Well,
that's
it gives you that,
it's
that instant garden. You know, they always say if you're selling your house to have that curb appeal of something really pretty when people walk up. And, you know, you could spend hours toiling in the garden, waiting for things. You know, you can just plant these up and you've got that instant space that you can enjoy without, you know, with minimal hard work. And you can move them around, which I love, because I like to, I have a plant in my bedroom that I moved to the living room because I was like, I know you want the sun that's in there because it's better. I always feel like I have to move them around to give them the best sun.
Well, that's what you do. I mean, I'm going to put mine out fairly soon, and it'll be spring sun. But then come July, August, I move them to different spots because certain plants, you know, either too much sun or too much shade. So that's the nice part. You can find optimal sun throughout the season. But when it comes to just the maintenance part, stuff you don't see and what you're not seeing on air is what's inside. And we call it Aqua Tower because we've got these custom fit saucer reservoirs sitting at the bottom of these Aqua Towers. These cups here, Sam, hold 32 ounces of water. I mean, that's almost 4 cups of water sitting in that reservoir, ready anytime your plants need it. So, you know, if you're off for the weekend or if you're like me, you forget to water them, not a worry. They're going to look after themselves. And that's again, a little design element, but it's a big design element.
That is a big feature because, as I was saying at the start, you know, I remember with my hanging baskets, if I missed a day, it was like they would be drooping and you'd be thinking, oh no, you know, all of my hard work. And especially in the spring, summer, you know, maybe your neighbors are having a barbecue, maybe you're staying somewhere else for 4th of July. You don't want to be tied to your garden, but at the same time, you do want to enjoy your garden and be kind to your plants. And I think another issue, Chris, is like, I know when I first started getting into plants, sometimes overwatering and underwatering have the same symptoms. And so there's always that fear of like, I don't know which it is. But when you know you've got all of that storage, that capacity, it kind of takes away the fear of getting it wrong.
Yeah, and in terms of trying to figure out how much water, I mean, basically you're going to be watering from the top. So you water gently, the soil's going to absorb, the core liner's going to absorb. Any excess will start to fill up the reservoir. Once this gets its 32 ounces, you'll just sort of notice, oh, geez, it's starting to overflow a little bit. Then you know this is full. So it's almost foolproof on figuring out how to do this. And then it's just really a matter of where do I want to place them. And for a lot of us too, as we start to get older, we downsize, we sort of miss our big properties and our big gardens. And this allows you to have your gardens in your sort of areas where you really want to enjoy them. You know, you get your Robertas and your cottage farms. Why not pop these little bits of color all around your furniture and your patios and your decks?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's amazing what a couple of these do to brighten the look of any sort of just plain Jane patio set, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and you can just do it really quickly and easily. I also love the idea of doing like a herb one and having that. My mum always has a lot of herbs by the back of the kitchen door, so you can just go out and just grab them for food. You know, there's so many different things that you could do with these. Just a quick reminder of the options. So this is the low. This one is $10 on 3 Easy Pay. And the height on this is going to be 19.7 inches high. And then we have the tall, which is 32.5 inches high. This one's $13.33 on 3 Easy Pay. And, you know, you could think about doing both if you wanted to do that dimension thing, or if, like Chris was saying, you wanted to do an entryway or a deck or somewhere where you want to really create a lot of color. This is such an easy way to do it without having to do back-breaking gardening work. You're just planting this up, and then it's even easier to water. M95205 is your item number. Chris, when you get these home, is there much assembly?
No, again, another simple part too. It's really just screwing the basket on top of each sort of pedestal, and that's about it. Then it's really just about what do I want to plant and where do I want to put them. And that's the fun of it, you know. And then even the maintenance, you know, if you've got to deadhead certain types of flowers, or if you want to feed them, again, they're right outside your back door, so you're not putting on your mud boots to go, you know, fuss in a garden. You just walk out and there you go, right by that fireplace. And this here is actually, if you want to do faux, you can bring these in once the garden season is over and just fill them with faux and enjoy them for the full year. I mean, we've done that. That one of those shots was inside our sunroom, you know, off season.
Yeah.
But it looked like summer because we put some beautiful faux in them.
Oh my gosh. And yeah, you could use, and also you could use them for fall with like pumpkins, and then into, into the holidays with foliage. So many different ways in which you can decorate these and plant these up with real plants. Remember, they have that self-watering system. They're going to hold 32 ounces of water in the bottom, so it makes watering really easy. You can go away for a couple of days and not have to worry about it. And then 2 great heights to choose from. M95205. That low version is going to be $10 on Easy Pay, and then the tall is going to be $13.33 to get it home. Chris, thank you so much for taking the time to join us and share this with us.
Really, I enjoyed it. Enjoy, everybody. Thanks very much, Sam.
Oh, see you next time, Chris.
Okay.